the verdict comes in from there, and whatever the High Court has to say, and then a decision would finally be taken from the side of the production house as to what could be the exact date of the release, because we have seen that since the time this movie has came under the controversy of this entire tussle between the CBFC and the production house, there has the other movies that were supposed to release at a later date, they have preponed their dates. So finding the exact date as to when the movie will be released, this is going to be a massive headache for actor Vijay and for the production house as well. But definitely today was the day when they were pinning their hopes on the Supreme Court, but definitely it can be seen as a setback, and it has also made sure that the release of the film will now be delayed for several more days now.
Now that the CBI case is also ongoing in the Karur Stampede case, Anshul, so this looks like a double whammy for Vijay. On the one hand, his film is not getting that outlet, that release that was slated to take place on the 9th of January. No censor certificate yet. The case is still in a limbo. And then there is the CBI questioning that is also ongoing in the Karur case.
Well, yes, Vijay has been summoned by the Central Bureau of Investigation again on the 19th of January, and he will have to produce himself over here in the National Capital on the 19th, and then on the 20th this hearing will take place in front of the Madras High Court. So definitely the troubles for actor Vijay does not seem to end anytime soon, because the Central Bureau of Investigation is still in the preliminary stages of the investigation. It is still at the stage of recording the evidences and statements of the witnesses and the accused. Now, actor Vijay's statement has been recorded as a witnesses. There are several more questions that the CBI needs to ask actor Vijay at this point in time, and that is the reason why he has been summoned again. Once this questioning comes to an end, then the investigation and the gathering of facts will pick up pace, and then eventually we can expect that Vijay could actually face the legal heat from the courts regarding the Karur Stampede as well. So definitely the next few months are going to be very troublesome for actor Vijay, and on the and in the same line, the elections for the Tamil Nadu is also something that is waiting for actor Vijay. So the next few months are going to be very busy, but it is also going to, it seems like that it is also going to be very troublesome for actor Vijay and the TVK party as well.
Right, do stay on with us. Anshul, let's get in a word from inside the court. Ananya tracking all the developments. Ananya, now that this plea has not been entertained by the Supreme Court, we are getting that information that the senior advocate, Mr. Rohatgi, did put out a plea by the makers of the film, by Vijay, is that there is a long-held practice by the film industry of announcing a film's release date before even having secured a certification by the CBFC for the film. And this is done across spectrums as far as the film industry is concerned. But none of that seems to have cut any ice with the Supreme Court. Clear rejection of that plea that will not be entertained till the Madras High Court decides.
Well, absolutely. Supreme Court goes by not practices but also the law. And if the law is very straight that, when an appeal is already pending before a division bench of a particular High Court, in this case the Madras High Court, then the Supreme Court, it's very uncertain that the Supreme Court would actually intervene into a matter unless and until it's a hearing hurry. It's a matter of, a life and death. And very clearly at this juncture, this is a film that has been facing a lot of problems, because first it was granted a certification and the film was sent into a review, and they then approached the single judge bench of the Madras High Court. The Madras High Court single judge bench actually approved of UA certification being granted to the particular film. However, that celebration did not last for much longer. In fact, the sweets that were being distributed, the fans that day could not even be digested before that particular order from the division bench came in, where in fact a stay order was actually given on the CBFC certification. And in fact, the CBFC was actually given an opportunity to file its response, and the hearing is now slated on the 20th of January. However, KVN Productions chose to actually approach the Supreme Court. A bench headed by Justice Dipankar Datta and Augustine George Massey actually heard this particular matter and said that it's a kind of a blistering pace that Mr. Rohatgi is expecting for a petition to be decided. It's a hearing hurry, and that is exactly why the Supreme Court said that it is the Madras High Court that would decide it. However, a slight relief coming in that the Supreme Court has requested the Madras High Court to actually decide on this particular petition on the 20th January when it's listed next. So very clearly, all eyes are now on the Madras High Court as far as the release of Jana Nayagan is concerned, and whether or not the division bench would actually grant a release to actor Vijay's final film or not.
There was also a comment that was reserved by Justice Datta on the brisk manner that the single judge bench of the Madras High Court had disposed the case in that single hearing. So there is some amount of critique that was reserved for the Madras High Court as well.
Well, not really a critique, but it was in fact to Mr. Rohatgi, who was asking for the petition to be decided very, very fast. It was basically because the petition was filed on
the 6th, and a decision was being expected on the same day, and that is exactly why Mr. Rohatgi was somebody who was asked by, in fact, the judges that, what is this blistering hurry about? It is good that the cases are disposed of in 1 or 2 days. However, that's a blistering pace, is what the court had to say as far as this particular petition is concerned.
Okay.
But at this particular point of time, the clear signal from the top coast of the country is that there is a supreme no for a hearing on this particular petition.
Right,
the Madras
absolutely.
High Court would be the one.
Ananya and Anshul, do stay on with us. Thank you so much for all your inputs. We have a senior journalist, Mr. Raj Gopalan, who's now joining us on the broadcast. Quickly going to him as well, sir. Thank you so much for joining us, and very good morning to you. Would want to understand from you, what's your perspective and analysis of the situation that has now emerged for Vijay? The film that Vijay is slating, that will be his final film, has not been granted an exhibit yet because that CBFC certificate is lacking. The Supreme Court has refused to entertain that plea. So nothing seems to be working for Team Vijay.
CNN news editor of Legal Affairs, Ananya, explained it very well legally. But politically speaking, madam, it's a setback for Mr. Vijay. Because 2026 elections are looming large. In another 2 months, this election will be held. Yesterday, Mr. Rahul Gandhi tweeted for Mr. Vijay, and Rahul Gandhi blamed it on Mr. Narendra Modi for suppressing the Tamil feelings. Now, what will Rahul Gandhi say about the Supreme Court's verdict? Because Congress wants to get away from DMK using that Parasakti, the another film opposite of Mr. Vijay's one. So therefore, the two films controversy embedded the Tamil Nadu politics in a very, very speedy way. It is going to create an atmosphere. Mr. Vijay will be very much unhappy with BJP leadership and also the censor board because it's an investment. Now, you spoke about legally, politically. Now, monetarily, they have invested 500 to 600 crores. Every day they are losing 2 crore rupees loss. So it has to be compensated. And moreover, Vijay's team, this Jana Nayagan team, also did a wrong calculation that the film certificate would have come like that. But they said, why did you release it, advertise it before you get the final certificate? Therefore, there are more controversial remarks by the script writers, blaming it on India's security, India's sovereignty, etc. That is why the censor board has created this embargo. Naturally, it will be resolved by the High Court's intervention. If High Court is not giving satisfactory reply, then Mr. Vijay's team, the producer, can come to the Supreme Court. It is a legal battle, political battle, and also financial crisis. In nutshell, I say it is a big setback for Mr. Vijay and a great win for DMK and also BJP in a way.
Okay, but DMK is choosing to absolve itself from any kind of controversy associated with Vijay's film not having been granted a CBFC certificate. It's very interesting that you mentioned Parashakti. There were the entire team of Parashakti that was very much present at the Pongal celebration with the Prime Minister who was a part of it. And we have already made those associations, the DMK association with the film. On the one hand, Parashakti gets a censor nod, while none whatsoever for Vijay's final film. But DMK is choosing to stay away.
No, DMK is the person, the party which is crushing Mr. Vijay's popularity. Vijay is a threat to Mr. DMK. That is why Stalin. That is why they are crushing all the way. Either it's a Karur Stampede or any other thing. My understanding is Parasakti film was cleared because it portrays Narendra Gandhi as a Hindi imposer. DMK welcomes that. Therefore, during emergency also, DMK supported the anti-Congress forces. This film is also anti-Congress. That is why Congress leaders...
And that's why Congress is crying foul over the film. In fact, we have a representative from the DMK now joining us. Salim Dharnidharan is with us on the broadcast. Mr. Dharnidharan, thank you so much for joining us. A very good morning to you too. Now, there is, of course, a lot at stake for the DMK as well, since questions are being raised by your own alliance partner, the Congress party, for your film Parashakti. At least DMK is very much associated with Parashakti. That has been granted an exhibit, while Vijay's film hasn't. Where do you see this going?
They have to tell, no? The censor board is with the BJP. Censor board wants to stifle Vijay, threaten him. That is why he has been called to Delhi for the CBI investigation. When CBI office there in Chennai, the incident happened in Karur. What is the need to call him to Delhi? It goes against the federal tenets. That's point number one. Point number two, after the CBSE had banned the movie, when the court had single bench, Madras High Court has given clearance, it was unprecedented for the CBFC to have gone and appeal the verdict in 15 minutes, and the two-bench committee sits on it and gives a verdict within half a day. And the Solicitor General of India, Tushar Mehta himself appears, which is unprecedented. Which means BJP has taken some keen interest to make sure that this movie doesn't come and Vijay is troubled. That is why my Chief Minister also said, like ED, CBI, Income Tax, Censor Board has also become wing of the BJP party. But when it comes to Parashakti, it's another movie. Anyone in Tamil Nadu can make a movie. When it comes to that movie also, I heard from the producer there were a lot of cuts. So why should there be cuts? So there is freedom of speech is being curtailed.
But about Parashakti, even the Congress is crying foul, claiming distortion of history because it puts Indira Gandhi in a bad light.
Hey, that only movie makers of Parashakti can speak, not the spokesperson of the DMK. The movie has nothing to do with the party.
Okay, if we go back to this entire conversation around Vijay, you are saying that DMK has got nothing to do with it. It's BJP stakes, and that's why they've bent backwards to get on the CBFC on board so that they can go ahead and stop this film. And that's why that urgent hearing before the Madras High Court. Point taken. But there are attempts that are being made by parties, political parties across spectrum in Tamil Nadu to woo Vijay. He seems to be at a place where he is attracting the maximum amount of crowd. They want him on their side at any cost. And this is how it appears as far as politics in Tamil Nadu goes.
DMK as the alliance, existing alliance which has been existing since 2018. We have more than 50% vote share. The leader is very clear. Our alliance is not an alliance for elections, but an ideological alliance. The idea to safeguard India, to make sure that the secularistic fabric of this country continues. So whoever is willing in this ideology is allowed in our alliance. But as of now, we are very strong. We are going to win the election. Whoever is going to join or not. That is our stand on the matter. DMK and BJP are extremely weak. Their vote share is less than 20% as per polls. So they are very desperate to find new alliance partners.
Okay. Salim, do stay on with us. We also have Mr. S. Muralitharan, political analyst, who's joining us on the broadcast. Mr. Muralitharan, thank you so much for joining us. It's a setback for Team Vijay at the moment, as the Supreme Court has refused to entertain their plea altogether because the matter is still with the Madras High Court. Where do you see this headed, sir?
See, as the judges of the Supreme Court directed, the DVK will approach the Madras High Court, which is scheduled to hear the matter on the 20th. Now, the matter is sub judice. I don't think we should, paint any picture to this and start pointing fingers. The DMK may have an agenda to play one against the other. They will even blame BJP. They might even blame the Republic Party of United States. But here it's not so. But same time, when it comes to Parashakti, he says DMK has nothing to do with that movie. But everyone knows the movie was produced by Deputy Chief Minister, that is Mr. Stalin's grandson, Inbanidhi. And it was funded by Mr. Akash Bhajan. He's also another kin of the family. So how can he say that, it's not a DMK movie, he can't comment about it. He should comment about it.
Okay, while there are being comparisons that are being made about Parashakti and Jana Nayagan, there is another issue, that is the Karur Stampede. And the clear attack that's coming in from the DMK is that this is an BJP arm twisting exercise. At the first hand, we did see the misuse of central agencies, although it was Vijay who wanted a CBI investigation so that he could stay away from the SIT investigation in the state of Tamil Nadu. But DMK is now claiming that this will become an arm twisting exercise. Now the CBFC too is on board.
They can pray. That's what they want, because there's a lot of blunders caused by them in the Karur Stampede incident. And it was Mr. Nayagan, the BJP state president, pointed finger straight at Mr. Senthil Balaji, saying that he is the one who's responsible for the 41 deaths. And we also, I think the TVK also claims the same, because TVK, Mr. Vijay he was asked to get back to Chennai by the police.
Okay.
And they hurried up the 41 postmortems in single night, and they ensured all the family members of those who
all right, let's see what happens with that case. Now that the matter is before the CBI, I'd like to thank both Mr. Muralidharan and Mr. Dhanidharan for joining us on the broadcast. Let me now take this across to my colleague Poonima Murli, who is also with us on the broadcast. Poonima, this is a big setback for Vijay. Now that there are over 5,000 screens where the movie was already sent and distribution was already done, this is not just a monetary loss, but also very, very significant one that is going to be impacting Vijay, because there was a story that he chose to probably tell through this final film. And that's why they really went all after not just the Madras High Court, but taking the matter to the Supreme Court so that the film gets an exhibit. But clearly that is not going to happen anytime soon.
Well, absolutely. This movie was seen as a launchpad for Vijay's political journey, and that's why they planned it around Pongal, because Pongal is also a key highlight of the Tamil culture and Tamil tradition, and they wanted to release it then, but that did not happen. They did not get the censor certificate till last Monday, after which the makers decided to move the Madras High Court. Initially, it started with celebrations when the single judge, P.T. Asha, had given a favorable response for the makers of Jana Nayagan, but later that day, that order was challenged by the CBFC, and then it was a setback for Vijay, and then a long legal battle ahead still for Jana Nayagan, as it's not released yet.
Right, Poonima, thank you so much for that input there. And we are now cutting across to Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who is in the national capital. He's addressing the Conference of Speakers and Presiding Officers of the Commonwealth. Take a look.
1,000 candidates and over 700 political parties. The elections also saw record participation by women voters. Today, Indian women are not only participating, but are also leading the way. The President of India, our first citizen, is a woman. The Chief Minister of Delhi, the city which we are in right now, is a woman. In rural and local government bodies, India has about 1.5 million elected women representatives. They represent almost 50% of the leaders at the grassroots, which is globally unparalleled.
The world is rapidly evolving. It is also extremely interconnected. Developments in the White House can change business trajectories, even affect the common man here in India. That's where our long-standing partnership with CNN gives us the edge. With 4,000 plus CNN reporters across 200 countries, our reach is unmatched. And with renowned names like Fareed Zakaria, Anderson Cooper, or Richard Quest, our access to in-depth analysis is exhaustive and exclusive. Whether it is conflicts in Europe and Asia, the New York City mayoral elections, or trade wars and tariffs, our partnership with CNN enables us to keep our finger on the global pulse, to bring you reports and analysis with unmatched authority. Now that's a partnership that makes sense.
This is News 18 Network. India's largest news network.
piece today, has criticized the NDA in the morning, its morning editorial, basically saying that ahead of voting for BMC elections, the Samna is saying that Mahayuti has used money and power. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Amit Shah, Yogi Adityanath did not campaign this time around because they knew Mahayuti would lose in the BMC elections, and Samna is again asking the Marathi Manus to come together for Marathi pride. This is in the same vein what Sanjay Raut had tweeted yesterday, saying that Ek hai to safe hai, Marathi Manus should come together. Mayuresh, again, an appeal coming to the Marathi Manus from the Shiv Sena UBT to come together. Is this election also a lot about which way the Marathi Manus vote? Because we have seen in the previous Vidhan Sabha elections, in fact, the Marathi Manus had voted in larger numbers for the Mahayuti. But do you think some change can happen this time for the Sena UBT because the two brothers have come together?
Absolutely, Aman. From past 25 years, the Shiv Sena, I will say the undivided Shiv Sena along with the BJP have ruled the BMC. And now after the split, we have seen a 1-1 game going because Lok Sabha went for Mahavikas Aghadi where Uddhav Thackeray gained a good momentum. But in Vidhan Sabha, the Mahayuti basically got a momentum and they got a good seat. So it is a kind of a 1-1, we can say the equal match. But now this particular election is very crucial from the point of view of Shiv Sena UBT, Eknath Shinde, and also from the point of view of MNS and BJP. Why? Because this is the first election, BMC election, when the national leadership of BJP did not come to vote because it was kind of in Mumbai or in Maharashtra, they used to say if you have a college election also, the BJP will send its a central leadership, or for a small election also, they will send a central leadership to campaign. But this time, BJP Maharashtra decided that it is a test for their own leadership, especially in Maharashtra and Mumbai, and that's why the central leadership of BJP basically stayed away from this entire campaign. Now, if we talk about the Hindutva issue, it was completely countered by the Thackeray brothers with the help of their own agenda of Marathi. Because if you remember, in month of July, both the Thackeray brothers first came together for the cause of the Marathi when they tried to tell people that this government is trying to implement the other languages, including the Hindi, or making Hindi compulsory, and that's why to save Marathi language, for Marathi people, they came together. And after, when they announced their alliance, they made it clear that we have come together on the issue of Marathi and we are here to stay long. So the Marathi issue, they completely hijacked it. Wherever BJP tried to use the issue of Hindutva or even for the Muslim mayor, they countered that issue with their own issue of Marathi. So certainly the Marathi is their issue in this particular election, and that's why continuously, yesterday also Sanjay Raut made an appeal, and this time Samna has also come up with the editorial.
Yes, and now I have Mumbaikers with us on the morning walk at Marine Drive. Ma'am, today is a big BMC election. After 8 years, Mumbaikers are going to vote. What do you think about this election? What are the big issues for which maybe you are going to vote this time?
Sir, my issue may be cleanliness. उसके लिए मेरे को लगता है कि जो इलेक्शन में है, मैं जो फाइंड कर रही हूँ, मैं काफ़ी सालों के बाद मुंबई आई हूँ और मैंने देखा अभी बहुत गंदगी है. वो इशू जो इधर म्यूनसिपैलिटी को, मैं क्योंकि आई एम फ्रॉम चंडीगढ़, तो मैं उसके कंपैरिजन, चलो ये तो बिग सिटी है, तो लॉ एंड ऑर्डर एंड ये जो सफाई का जो एक वो चीज़ है, वो जरूर एक अच्छा होना चाहिए यहाँ पे. मैंने वो फाइंड करा है.
मुंबई में सफाई कम है,
मुझे कम लगती है.
आपको भी ऐसा लगता है कि मुंबई में क्या इशू है, आपको लगता है?
बिल्कुल सर, इट्स अ मेट्रोपॉलिटन सिटी, इट्स अ फाइनेंशियल कैपिटल ऑफ द कंट्री एंड इट नीड्स टू गिव दैट इमेज टू द वर्ल्ड. So there is so much, you know, especially on the other side, this side is still okay. But on the other side, there is so much, you know, dirtiness everywhere. The local trains, there is no law and order. The local...
Welcome back. Let's now talk about what's happening in West Bengal as we're learning of violence that has erupted during a special intensive revision hearing in West Bengal's Murshidabad district after the block development office in Farakka was allegedly vandalized. An FIR has now been registered and 2 people have been arrested in connection with this incident. The BJP has accused the Trinamool Congress MLA Manirul Islam of leading this attack and alleged that Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee was encouraging violence against the SIR process. Islam, however, has denied these allegations, claiming that the voter revision exercise was being used to harass minorities, and he's also gone on to vow to oppose it. lens is now on the comments that have been made by Islam of not asking Hindus for documents and only Muslims are being asked for documents. Meanwhile, sources have said that the Election Commission is considering suo motu action if required, and additional security has been deployed for officials engaged in the SIR-related work across Murshidabad.
আর রহিমের যখন নাম শুনছে তখন 14 গোষ্ঠীর ওর খতিয়ান চাইছে এই দ্বিচারিতা নির্বাচন आज फरक्का का विधायक मनिरुल इस्लाम वो ब्लॉक ऑफिस तोड़ दिया तो वो जनप्रतिनिधि है वो कैसे तोड़ेंगे तोड़ने का अधिकार क्या कौन देंगे उनको वो इंडियन नहीं है वो कि बांग्लादेशी है जो इंडिया के एक ब्लॉक ऑफिस तोड़ देंगे 2026 के निर्वाचन में वो मनिरुल है कर अमीरुल है जो भी होना है वो जवाब मिल जाएंगे पब्लिक के पास सारे काम ममता बनर्जी निर्देश में होता ही है वो जब बंगाल में जहां पे जो घोटाला हुआ दुर्नीति हुआ तोड़ने के काम हुआ सारे काम ममता के निर्देश में ही हो गए आज भी जो काम हुआ वो ममता के निर्देश में मनिरुल किया
My colleague Kamalika Sen Gupta is now with us on the broadcast. Kamalika, this gets murky. What explanation is Manirul Islam really giving over this vandalization that has happened in Murshidabad?
Till now, there is no explanation. Rather, what we are coming to know that sources from that area is Manirul Islam and leaders like Manirul Islam, they are feeling very happy that this is a movement where they are spearheading the movement. Till now, there has been no other statements that has come from Manirul. And the big question also is, when Manirul was inciting people out there, for which this vandalization took place, what steps have been taken against Manirul as far as the administration is concerned, as far as the police is concerned? If a elected MLA of TMC incites such things, obviously they can politically protest this. They protest that. There is no doubt on that. That's what the BJP is also pointing it out. But inciting people which leads to such a vandalization, that is something which is very weird. Election Commission is claiming that 2 persons have been arrested, and Election Commission has also instructed the administration so that no such untoward incident takes place anywhere. But the fact is, this is the video. The video says it all. And the big question is on the administration, that why no steps or his name is not there in the FIR when he has been visible in that area.
Also, the AERO, we are told, has been injured because of this vandalism. More on that.
Yes, definitely the AERO has been injured, and it is absolutely vandalization. We have seen in the videos how chairs were thrown and what type of vandalization. It was mobocracy which was going on there. They might have some point, they might have some political point, they can 100% protest also. But vandalizing a government office, that too which is representing Election Commission, no vandalization is accepted anywhere. Now how can they do this act? That's a very big question. Though the Election Commission is claiming that 2 persons have been arrested, but the big question definitely is on the MLA.
Right, Kamalika, thank you so much for joining us with the latest. With that, we are shifting our focus. Karnataka Congress leader Rajiv Gowda is under fire for allegedly abusing and threatening an official for removing an unauthorized banner at the Shidlagata in the Chikkabalur district. Employees of the in fact, City Municipal Council have staged a demonstration outside their office on Wednesday, demanding action against the Congress leader for allegedly threatening the Municipal Commissioner Amrita Gowda as well. In the purported audio clip that has been accessed of that conversation between the two, the commissioner can be heard saying that a banner put up by Rajiv Gowda was taken down after public complaints. To this, the leader hurled vile abuses and also threats at the civic chief. He also allegedly shouted expletives at the official, demanding that the banner be returned to its original location. The official has responded by stating that the banner was placed in the middle of the road without permission. Naturally, the BJP now is up in arms against the Congress, seeking that the leader should be immediately removed.
ಮೇಡಮ್ ಅದು ಬ್ಯಾನರ್ ಬಿಚ್ಚಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಾ?
ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಅದು ಒಂದ್ ಬ್ಯಾನರು ಆ ರೋಡ್ ಕೋಟೆದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಗುದ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರು ಯಾರೋ ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೇಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಅನ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾನು ಅಪ್ಸರ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ, ಸರ್ ಒಂಚೂರು ಸೈಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಟ್ಕೊಳಕ್
ನಮ್
ಹೇಳಿ.
ಬ್ಯಾನರ್ ಏನೋ ಬಿಚ್ಚಿದಿರಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಬಂದ್ ಬೆಂಕಿ ಹಚ್ಚಿಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಷ್ಟು ಹೇಳಿದೀನಿ. ನಾನು ಇನ್ನ ಒಳ್ಳೆತನ ನೋಡಿದೀನಿ, ಕೆಟ್ಟತನ ನೋಡಿಲ್ಲ.
ಸರ್ ಒಂದ್ ನಿಮಿಷ, ಬ್ಯಾನರ್ ಬಿಚ್ಬಿಟ್ಟದು ಆಫೀಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ ಸರ್, ಅದನ್ನ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಕಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತೆ.
Developments coming in on the story as the Karnataka Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivakumar has now assured action against the leader, Rajiv Gowda. So remember, this case will draw a lot of criticism and flack. The BJP is already up in arms. They are demanding the removal of Rajiv Gowda altogether. And now this fresh response from the Deputy Chief Minister of Karnataka claiming that action is going to be taken against Rajiv Gowda really is not going to settle the matter, because in this case, this is a female civic official who was in fact abused literally. There were expletives hurled at her by Rajiv Gowda because he was unhappy over the removal of an unauthorized banner at Shidlagata in Chikkabalapur district. And this is the matter that's now been taken up by the Bharatiya Janata Party. Despite this version and this latest reaction coming in from D.K. Shivakumar, is that going to be enough to settle the matters is the big question. My colleague Afreen Hussain with all of those details. Afreen, that entire purported audio clip that is also going viral, that is making matters worse for Rajiv Gowda definitely. And now there is also an official comment that's come in from D.K. Shivakumar of action that is going to be taken against the leader. What is next?
Well, absolutely. D.K. Shivkumar and also the district in charge minister, MC Sudhakar, both of them have assured the municipal commissioner that appropriate action will be taken against Congress leader Rajiv Gowda for the alleged abusive language that he's used against her. The district in charge minister has also said that he's contacted the SP and has asked him to file a complaint under BNS, appropriate sections of the BNS. Now, this is the response that is coming in from the Congress. D.K. Shivkumar has also said that whoever has done wrong, he or she shall be punished in this particular case. That is Rajiv Gowda. Appropriate action will be taken against him. This is what the Congress has assured the municipal commissioner of Shidlagata.
Right, and now that the BJP is up in arms and they are crying foul over this entire vile mouth spewing venom that has literally emerged from this entire story, where Rajiv Gowda is not just hurling abuses at a civic official, that too a female.
Absolutely, the BJP has taken this up and they've also attacked the Congress as to what kind of high-handedness is this leader showing. He's not only threatening that he's going to burn down her office, he's also telling that I'm going to get the public to beat you up with slippers. Now, this is the kind of abusive language that Rajiv Gowda had used against the municipal commissioner, who's a woman. She repeatedly says in the audio clip that please don't use such language against me. You're not supposed to talk like this. I have taken whatever action I have taken on the basis of a complaint that has come in, that the banner that was put up was in the middle of the road and that's the reason why I've asked them to take it off and it's in the office. She goes on to defend herself repeatedly in the audio clip, but Rajiv Gowda continues to abuse her and threaten her in the entire audio clip. However, Rajiv Gowda has also issued an apology late last night. He goes on to say that if I have hurt her sentiments, I am really sorry about it. I ask for her forgiveness. But is this sorry message enough is the question.
In fact, Afreen, we will just put out that breaking that you have just mentioned for our viewers, that the Congress leader Rajiv Gowda has in fact issued that apology to the Shidlagata City Municipal Commissioner Amrita Gowda in connection with this alleged life threat and abuse that he hurled against her. So this is an apology that has been right now issued, but clearly not enough, because that audio clip really suggests that the civic official had said that please do not go ahead and use these unparliamentary words. This is not right. The banner has just been removed. It has not been defiled. It has been kept in the Congress office. But all of that really fell on deaf ears. Afreen, what was the entire agitation all about by Rajiv Gowda to go to this extent?
Well, he says that program event banners were put up, and he had already taken permission from the municipal commissioner on January 9th, and she had permitted them to put up the banners in the city. Now, even after taking permission, the banner was taken down. Now, that is where all this escalation has led to. He called her up and he asks her, why was the banner, which I had taken permission for, taken down? And she goes on to say that vehicles were crashing into it because it was put in the middle of the road. That's the reason we had to remove the banner and keep it aside. And I'd also informed the workers that this is the reason why we are taking it down. He goes on to say that this is not the first time that this is happening. You have taken down my banners to put up somebody else's banners, that is the Shidlaghatta MLA's banners. He does not particularly mention the name of the MLA, but he goes on to say that I know on whose directions you've done that and whose banners you put up instead of my banners. And he goes
Has there any other banner come up in that area from where the banners have been removed?
From what we know, that no banners had been put up there since the commissioner mentions that the vehicles were crashing into the banners that were put up because it was in the middle of the road, and she had directed the officials to put it on the sides of the road and not in the middle of the road.
Right, Afreen, thank you so much for all of that information and that perspective. Let's take a look at some more reactions that are coming in.
त्यानेच विकास होतो. चांगली शहरं तयार करायची असतील तर महाराष्ट्रातल्या 29ही महानगरपालिकेतील सर्व जनतेला मी आव्हान करतो, मोठ्या प्रमाणात मतदान करा.
हल्ला झाला नागपूरमध्ये, तुमच्या उमेदवार हल्ला झाला, गालबोट लागला लोकशाहीच्या या उत्सवाला.
अतिशय वाईट प्रकारे आमचे उमेदवार श्री भूषण शिंगणे हे ज्यावेळी गोरेवाडाला गेले होते त्यावेळी त्यांच्यावर काँग्रेस पक्षाच्या काही लोकांनी अतिशय भ्याड हल्ला केला. त्यांचा हात फ्रॅक्चर झाला, सोबत त्यांचं डोकं फोडलं. लोकशाहीमध्ये निवडून येता येत नाही म्हणून ठोकशाही करायची हे अतिशय चुकीचं आहे. पण त्यांनी किती हल्ले केले तरी देखील त्याचा परिणाम होणार नाही. लोकशाही जिंकेल.
देवेंद्रजी, शाईच्या ऐवजी मार्कर पेन यावेळेस वापरण्यात येत आहे, तो पुसल्या जातोय असा आरोप होतोय. राज ठाकरे यांनी आरोप केलाय आणि अनेक ठिकाणी काही घटनाही समोर आहे.
असं आहे की पहिल्यांदा तर या सगळ्या गोष्टी इलेक्शन कमिशन ठरवतं आणि यापूर्वीही अनेक वेळा मार्कर पेन वापरलेला आहे. तथापि जर कोणाचं काही ऑब्जेक्शन असेल तर इलेक्शन कमिशननी त्या संदर्भात लक्ष द्यावं. मात्र मला असं वाटतंय की काही लोक उद्याचा निकाल प्रिएम्प्ट करून निकाल आल्यानंतर कशाला दोष द्यायचा याची तयारी करतायत हे मात्र स्पष्ट दिसत आहे.
विकासाचा मुद्दा काय चालणार आज महाराष्ट्रात?
महाराष्ट्रामध्ये केवळ आणि केवळ विकास चालेल. महाराष्ट्र विकासाच्या पाठीशी आहे. महाराष्ट्रातली जनता विकास डोळ्यासमोर ठेवूनच या ठिकाणी मतदान करेल हा मला विश्वास है. हमारी म्यूनिसिपल कॉरपोरेशन का चुनाव हो रहा है. हमारे लोकतंत्र की एक ऐसी इकाई है जिसको हम लोकतंत्र की मूलगामी आधारशिला कह सकते हैं. इसलिए इसमें मतदान करना ये बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है. जिनका भारत के लोकतंत्र पर विश्वास है ऐसे सभी लोगों से मेरी प्रार्थना है कि आप मतदान के लिए जाइए. मैं ऐसा मानता हूं कि मतदान ये केवल आपका अधिकार नहीं है, तो ये आपका कर्तव्य भी है. लोकतंत्र में अगर हम अच्छा शासन चाहते हैं तो हम मतदान के लिए जाएं. इसलिए मैंने भी मतदान किया है. मैं सभी को अपील करता हूं, आप भी मतदान कीजिए. बड़े से बड़ी संख्या में मतदान कीजिए. कोई भी अपने घर पे नहीं रुके. सभी लोग लोकतंत्र के इस उत्सव में सम्मिलित हो ऐसा मैं सबसे निवेदन करता हूँ।
मुख्यमंत्री जी, बीजेपी के उम्मीदवार पर हमला हुआ, बीजेपी के उम्मीदवार पर हमला हुआ और ये चुनाव आप पे भी काफी टीका टिप्पणी की गई, मिमिक्री की गई। किस तरह चुनाव जा रहा है, क्योंकि उम्मीदवारों पे भी हमले शुरू हो गए हैं?
देखिए, नागपुर के हमारे उम्मीदवार श्रीमान भूषण शिंगणे, इनके ऊपर कांग्रेस के लोगों ने जानलेवा हमला किया। उनका हाथ टूटा, उनके पैरों पर भी चोट आई है, सिर पर भी चोट आई है, साथ में जो थे उनका भी सिर फूटा है। और एक प्रकार से चुनाव जब जीत नहीं सकते तो इस प्रकार से हमला करना ये लोकतंत्र को कालिक पोतने जैसा है। लेकिन इसका जवाब जनता देगी। और जो आपने कहा, मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि जिन्होंने भी मुझ पर कुछ कहा होगा उनको भी जवाब जनता ही देगी। प्रशासन चुनाव जिताने के लिए लगा हुआ है, लेकिन वो ऐसा होने प्रशासन भारतीय जनता पार्टी महायुति को जिताने का प्रयास कर रहा है। मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि अभी विपक्ष ने नई स्क्रिप्ट लिखनी चाहिए। ये स्क्रिप्ट घिस गई, इसके खिलाफ वो हाई कोर्ट में हारे, सुप्रीम कोर्ट में हारे, सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने उनको लताड़ा, बावजूद उसके वही स्क्रिप्ट उनकी चल रही है। और इस बात से एक चीज़ बहुत पक्की हो जाती है कि हमारे इस चुनाव में हमारी जीत ये पक्की दिखती है, क्योंकि अभी से अगर हमारा विपक्ष कल की हार के बाद क्या बोलना है इसकी प्रॅक्टिस कर रहा है तो मुझे लगता है की
मशीन आणली आहे मुंबईत, त्याचं नाव योगायोगानं पाडू असं आहे, त्याच्यावर त्यांना वाटून राहिलं आपण पडू की काय,
त्याचं नाव पॅड युनिट आहे, पॅड युनिट, त्याचं नाव केलं पाडू. दुसरं, या ठिकाणी इलेक्शन कमिशननी स्पष्ट केलं आहे, मुंबई महानगरपालिकेचे आयुक्तांनी स्पष्ट केलं आहे आणि त्याहीपेक्षा ही मशीन काही अचानक आणलेली नाही. मला त्या ठिकाणी ज्यावेळेस माहिती घेतली त्यावेळेस इलेक्शन कमिशननी सांगितलं, मुंबई महानगरपालिकेने सांगितलं, सगळ्या पक्षाच्या रिप्रेझेंटेटिव्हला बोलवलं होतं, ते उपस्थित होते, त्यांच्यासमोर ही काय मशीन आहे हे सांगितलं आणि ही आम्ही का वापरतोय सांगितलं. ही सरसकट वापरली जाणार नाही, ही रिडंडन्सी क्रिएट करण्याकरता मशीन आहे. म्हणजे जर काउंटिंगच्या वेळी एखादी मशीन बंद पडली तर सोबत याच्यातही डेटा असेल, याचा डेटा वापरला जाणार नाही. फक्त काउंटिंगला मशीन बंद पडली तरच याचा डेटा वापरला जातो, अन्यथा याचा डेटा वापरला जात नाही.
रिलॅक्स झाले, झेडपीची तयारी सुरू झाली आहे, रिलॅक्स झाला की झेडपीची तयारी सुरू झाली आहे?
नाही, रिलॅक्स व्हायला आम्हाला वेळच नाही आहे. आता झेडपीची तयारी सुरू करावीच लागेल, पण त्याच्या आधी मी डावोसला जाऊन येणार आहे. देखिए, अभी मैंने ये मार्कर मेरे को लगाया हुआ है, अब इसको मिटा के दिखाइए. देखिए कहीं मिट रहा है, देखिए आपके सामने कर रहा हूँ, कहीं मिट रहा है. ऐसा है कि हो सकता है कि किसी का इसके ऊपर ऑब्जेक्शन हो, इलेक्शन कमीशन ने देखना चाहिए, और कुछ इस्तेमाल करना है तो करना चाहिए. मैं तो बोलता ऑयल पेंट करना है तो ऑयल पेंट करिए, चुनाव निष्पक्ष होने चाहिए. लेकिन हर चीज़ पर इस प्रकार से इशू तैयार करके मानो हमारे जो लोकतांत्रिक संस्थाएं हैं उन संस्थाओं के ऊपर एक प्रकार से प्रश्न चिन्ह निर्माण करना है गलत बात.
29 में से कितने में? सर, आखिरी सवाल, मुंबई किसकी रहेगी?
सर, बीएमसी में कुछ नहीं बोले सर. हा कोणाचा पडला होता हे बघून घ्या कोणाचा आहे. हा कोणाचा
वो ये डिटेल्स है जहाँ मैं हर बार वोट करती हूँ कि जिस एरिया में वोट करती हूँ, जिस जगह वोट करती हूँ, वहाँ पे पहुँचने पे पता चला कि मेरा नाम वहाँ के इलेक्टोरल रोल्स में है ही नहीं. फिर दूसरी जगह मुझे भेजा गया जहाँ पे मैं आई हूँ और अपना वोट दिया है. मैं सभी मुंबईकर वासियों से कहूँगी, आकर भारी संख्या में वोट करिए, अपना मतदान दीजिए और जाने से पहले चेक कर लीजिए कौन सा बूथ है और कौन से एरिया में आपका वोट का एरिया पड़ा है. तो जैसे मैंने असुविधा हमारे साथ हुई वो बाकी सारे मुंबईकरों को नहीं होनी चाहिए. और बस यही कहूँगी कि समय आ गया है, समय की मांग है.
We constantly continue to give you all the updates from the Maharashtra Civic Body Elections 2026. But right now we're going to a very short break. News and updates continue on the broadcast.
The Mumbai local is synonymous with the maximum city. It is its very lifeline.
After 8 long years, the Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation elections are finally set to take place.
One alliance versus fractured opposition. Who will Mumbai choose? Ballot Maximum City. Complete coverage on CNN News 18. This is News 18 Network. India's largest news network.
Piece today has criticized the NDA in the morning, its morning editorial, basically saying that ahead of voting for BMC elections, the Samna is saying that Mahayuti has used money and power. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Amit Shah, Yogi Adityanath did not campaign this time around because they knew Mahayuti would lose in the BMC elections, and Samna is again asking the Marathi Manus to come together for Marathi pride. This is in the same vein what Sanjay Raut had tweeted yesterday, saying that Ek hai to safe hai, Marathi Manus should come together. Mayuresh, again, an appeal coming to the Marathi Manus from the Shiv Sena UBT to come together. Is this election also a lot about which way the Marathi Manus vote? Because we have seen in the previous Vidhan Sabha elections, in fact, the Marathi Manus had voted in larger numbers for the Mahayuti. But do you think some change can happen this time for the Sena UBT because the two brothers have come together?
Absolutely, Aman. From past 25 years, the Shiv Sena, I will say the undivided Shiv Sena along with the BJP have ruled the BMC. And now after the split, we have seen a 1-1 game going because Lok Sabha went for Mahavikas Aghadi where Uddhav Thackeray gained a good momentum. But in Vidhan Sabha, the Mahayuti basically got a momentum and they got a good seat. So it is a kind of a 1-1, we can say the equal match. But now this particular election is very crucial from the point of view of Shiv Sena UBT, Eknath Shinde, and also from the point of view of MNS and BJP. Why? Because this is the first election, BMC election, when the national leadership of BJP did not come to vote because it was kind of in Mumbai or in Maharashtra, they used to say if you have a college election also, the BJP will send its central leadership, or for a small election also, they will send the central leadership to campaign. But this time, BJP Maharashtra decided that it is a test for their own leadership, especially in Maharashtra and Mumbai, and that's why the central leadership of BJP basically stayed away from this entire campaign. Now, if we talk about the Hindutva issue, it was completely countered by the Thackeray brothers with the help of their own agenda of Marathi. Because if you remember, in month of July, both the Thackeray brothers first came together for the cause of the Marathi when they tried to tell people that this government is trying to implement the other languages, including the Hindi, or making Hindi compulsory, and that's why to save Marathi language, for Marathi people, they came together. And after, when they announced their alliance, they made it clear that we have come together on the issue of Marathi and we are here to stay long. So the Marathi issue, they completely hijacked it. Wherever BJP tried to use the issue of Hindutva or even for the Muslim mayor, they countered that issue with their own issue of Marathi. So certainly the Marathi is their issue in this particular election, and that's why continuously yesterday also Sanjay Raut made an appeal, and this time Samna has also come up with the editorial.
Yes, and now I have Mumbaikers with us on the morning walk at Marine Drive. Ma'am, today is a big BMC election. After 8 years, Mumbaikers are going to vote. What do you think about this election? What are the big issues for which maybe you are going to vote this time?
Sir, my issue may be cleanliness. उसके लिए मेरे को लगता है कि जो इलेक्शन में है, मैं जो फाइंड कर रही हूँ, मैं काफ़ी सालों के बाद मुंबई आई हूँ और मैंने देखा अभी बहुत गंदगी है. वो इशू जो एक जो इधर म्यूनसिपैलिटी को, मैं क्योंकि आई एम फ्रॉम चंडीगढ़, तो मैं उसके कंपैरिजन, चलो ये तो बिग सिटी है, तो लॉ एंड ऑर्डर एंड ये जो सफाई का जो एक वो चीज़ है, वो जरूर एक अच्छा होना चाहिए यहाँ पे. मैंने वो फाइंड करा है.
मुंबई में सफाई कम है,
मुझे कम लगती है.
आपको भी ऐसा लगता है?